Connor, you're the gold medal winner, first American, I guess, gold medal winner since this was introduced to the Olympics. Was this the fulfillment of a lifelong dream, childhood dream?
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember watching the Beijing Olympics the first time that BMX was in the Olympics when I was 15 in my bedroom at like 3 a.m. And at that moment, I kind of decided like that's something I wanted to do. You know, so at that point in time, I dedicated myself full time to trying to do this. So, you know, it was 8 years kind of in the making. You know, and it's a moment that you dream about for 8 years, every day. You know, every single day you think about that moment. So when it finally comes true and it happens, it's a pretty special feeling.
Give me a condensed explanation of how you won the race, how you won the gold, just maybe the last 30 seconds of the race or whatever it takes.
Yeah, you know, in the final event, you know, it's one run for all the marbles, and I had a great start, and I was second place in the first corner behind a fellow American, and you know, at that moment I had to decide, you know, should I kind of settle on the silver or should I kind of go for the gold? And I decided to go for the pass. The clean line opened up. I got around the other guy and was able to kind of from there just control the race all the way to the finish line.
Was there a disbelief moment when you won it, or what was going through your head immediately after you knew you won the gold?
A bit of shock, you know. It was hard to kind of grasp the moment, but I remember I crossed the finish line, and kind of right next to me was, you know, the director of our program, my training partner, my coach. So I threw my bike and I just jumped in and started celebrating with those guys.
Now, you told me that earlier the gold medal's in a box. Are you going to put it on display somewhere, or what's the future plans for it?
I don't really know. I mean, the thing is a lot of times people want to see it. So I don't really think it's going to be smart to display it somewhere because I'm going to constantly have to grab it. You know, maybe a few years down the road I'll be able to do that, but at least for now I'll probably just have to keep it handy.
Now, you broke your wrist earlier in the year, but you're not participating in this event, but you're going to be commentating. Yep. You have a lot of responsibilities. Just talk about what life has been like after winning the gold.
It's been a whirlwind tour. I've been on 7 trips since I got back from Rio. And, you know, it's media, you know, it's appearances, it's doing things to help promote the sport. You know, and then within Las Vegas, I've done school visits, I've done, you know, hospital visits, I've done all sorts of things like that. So it's been pretty busy, but I've just tried to embrace it and enjoy it. You know, it's just something that it's a special thing, you know, and I just do it kind of once in a lifetime type of thing. So, you know, after that, it's gonna get back to training. So I got to kind of enjoy the off time.
You're 24, so you're right. I would think right in your prime of racing. Are you looking ahead for 4 years, defending your title in the next Olympics, or is that too far ahead to look?
I mean, obviously that's the end goal, is to defend it in Tokyo, but there's so much racing between now and then, like that's not even on my radar. You know, I got a race I'm doing Thanksgiving weekend, and then next season it's the World Championships are here in the U.S. for the first time in 16 years, so that's the next big one I have circled on my calendar. And, you know, once it gets closer to 2020, at that point in time, we can start shifting the focus to that.
Last question. You're not riding out here, but just by eyeballing the course, does this rank right up there with some of the other courses you've ridden in the world?
Oh, yeah. I mean, just looking at it, it's a beautiful facility. You know, the grass running down, it looks really good with that red, you know, that Florida clay. Right. You know, it's going to, I think the way that the track's set up, it's going to make for some really good racing with lots of passing. And I'm really looking forward to watching and commentating.